I'm a silly girl with sad soul, and that's my excuse to say, like, I have a heart of a sparrow. And my mom says, oh, you carry too much of, I just pick up this empath side. Like, I just feel too much of other people's energy as well. I have to stop this. I really wonder that I'm giving up. I'm really giving up now. I feel like, in a way, I do feel like I'm gonna be the old grandnan who gonna be alone rest of my life, maybe with my little dog. And I actually have made peace with it because I just find dating so hard. I just I just don't get it. Really, really struggle, and I think I'm in a point where I get really like frustrated as well. I just don't want to play the games. I don't want to feel like sad about it. I don't want to feel like left down. I don't want to feel like I'm not enough for someone the way I am. And I know I'm not the easiest, to be honest, as well. I know that. I know it really, really well. It's just really funny when I've been out now quite a lot because 8 years I was just in my house going for work, and I was thinking to talk about it because I don't know if I'm alone in this or somebody resonates with my experience, but I feel like it's good to talk it out, and it's kind of like my shrink session because I find that I try to talk with my mom about few things, but she just don't get it, and it's so hard to find people. I don't even know if anybody exists. Maybe it's just my wired inner world that I just feel like I don't want to try anymore. I really don't. And I'm fine with it. Well, I think I have to go back to the beginning. Once you're out, like you chat with different people. And actually, I wanted to talk about last night, but I was thinking, okay, let me just like calm down and just talk in the morning now. It is 7 o'clock, and my voice is like kind of wretched. To be attracted to someone is quite hard for me, and I always been like that, and I didn't really know, like people back in the day, people really didn't talk about the sexualities and different versions of it. It was just like either you're straight or you are attracted to your own gender, which is totally fine as well. And I actually questioned myself in one point when I was a teenager that I'm not sure with friendship level better with guys. So in my neighborhood I was like always with the groups of guys and stuff. So for me it became like normal that we are friends, I can be friends with guys, and there's nothing else about it. Maybe it's something to do with that, so I'm kind of like boyish in a ways. Like not normal. It's not the phrase to use, but like I don't really fit into this mainstream and this hypersexual dating narrative. I don't see myself in it, and I don't really fit into that. As I said, I was on holiday just now, and the topic came up, and just like I was talking with my sister and my mom about it, and they just don't get it, and they think like something is in my head, like I'm just thinking, putting some sort of borders or some sort of like restrictions on myself. But as long as I remember when, like you're a teenager and the hormones are like going crazy and stuff, I always I feel like the guys never look me that way as I'm a girl, and that they could be like attracted to me. So I don't know. I get like funny about it. So I've been like reading about it. I've been trying to do these inner works with myself. And I think as I was 5 when I was molested. So there could be something rooted in that experience, which I don't really remember much. Just brain had blocked that part because it was traumatic. I was in silence about it really long time. Nobody knew, like, until with our family friend who does these inner works and energy works and stuff, and I open up there with her because I didn't feel like nobody understood me. I feel shamed. I feel shamed, like it was my fault, but it was not my fault because I was a child. I didn't know. I didn't know better, and I was not allowed to talk, and I just went with it. I'm resilient. I just forgot about it, but now and then it's like a pattern. It comes up. It's like a nightmare. It's like a bad nightmare, and you just start to remember things. And I started to remember things later on. It was just like locked somewhere. And then I tried to talk my mom about it, and first she didn't really believe me because why I didn't say anything, but I was made to feel ashamed about it, so, and not allowed to say anything about it. So, and that time I didn't know what it was, what happened with me. I still really don't know, but I did know it was wrong, and I just, in that moment, I wanted my mom to save me, but she didn't. She was not there. She didn't know. And so when I moved to London, and then there was one person who actually asked me, like, did something happen that, because I used to say like I'm asexual because I just didn't have no drive. And he was like, did something happen with you that you became that? And what's the story? So I've been trying to forgive my mom sending me there that day, and I just cannot. I've been doing like inner works in a way. I need to forgive and make a peace so I don't poison myself. And it's not really her fault, but in a way, I don't know, inside I feel like, why did she send me there? I didn't want to go. And I really don't want to go, and I need to go anyways. And I need to forgive her that. But I guess it's not blaming anyone, but it was, I guess it just happened. Maybe it was meant to be. I don't know why. Just there's so many sick people in the world. And I just don't get it. And I feel like from that experience, it can be the trust issues, especially when it's older guys. I get really wary around them because people sexualize women so much. And especially before my chest reduction operation, like they were so like like that, and that I all the time got this like sexual like comments and sexualized attention from guys, and I hated it, and I hated my body so much. I felt like shamed, and I feel like when people making these comments or putting some sort of labels on me, like that was last night actually, chatting with someone, and they're like, oh, you're definitely getting so much attention and going on dates, having these hookups and stuff. And I'm like, that's furthest from the truth. I never been on dating apps. On dates, one date was like blind date. I moved to Norway, and then they sent me for this blind date because she didn't want to go, and they sent me instead, and it was horrible. I just walked into this, and I was just like, I didn't think about it as a date. So I walk in, and the person is like, oh, I didn't expect short, fat, and with glasses, the girl with glasses. And then I'm just sitting there being polite. I should have just stood up and go, but I was like 20. I think I was 19 or 20, something like that. And I'm just sitting there, and I'm thinking and listening to this person being so narcissistic and so ego and so full of himself. And I'm just sitting there, and then at the end he's like, oh, do you want to come to my place? And I'm like, after you calling me fat, ugly with glasses, you still want to come over? Like, how does this work? I just walk away. So that was one of the dating experience. That was like a blind date. Horrible. Never ever again. The one Russian guy, that was brilliant. We never dated, but we were like, he was just taking care of, like, really taking me out. And I think I got a tiny bit spoiled as well, because picking up me from my house, we're driving the nice place, he have arranged all the, lunch or dinner or something, and just like that felt like nice. But it never involved anywhere, because at that time I never been with anyone, and he was like, I don't want to be the first one for you. So then I was like, I don't even know how to kiss at that time. And he's like, oh, open the YouTube and just check the videos and practice on your hand. And I was like, oh my god, no, thank you. Yeah, it's been like funny. I always like had attention, and the guy's been taking me out, this and that. But for me, like, even holding hands is really intimate. So I never even hold hands and stuff. So never been on dating apps, never really dated. I just want once in my life to go on a nice date. That's what I want, just one, and I'm good with it. Like, it's arranged, you pick me up, it's nice, like, I don't have to think about it, we're gonna have a good time, and that's that. And so I've never been really on dates. Never had any hookups, no one night stands, like, nothing like it. I don't know, I just like go with the vibe. So I start to wonder, like, I'm not like Bombshell, I'm not this bimbo. I'm just like me, and it's just not working out. I don't know. Like, there's something wrong with me, honestly. Either the guys, they know that I will say no, and I always fall into like wrong people. I always like wrong people. I feel like gay guys. And it's not even look wise. It's for me. I thought I'm asexual, but apparently I'm demisexual. So that means I don't want to put labels on, but that just helps me to move through this whole topic and to understand myself more, because really I was like, am I lesbian? Like, I started to look girls in that angle, and no, there's nothing there either. I do like guys. And it's not even look wise, it's not the height, it's not like, I thought it's the height first, but it's not actually the height, it's not the looks, it's the inner world that attracts me in, which pulls me in like a magnet. The way you think, the way you see the world. Brain wants to be like stimulated. I'm curious, so teach me something I don't know. Share your experiences. Talk to me. Like, the connection, like communication is really like the key in there, and which I didn't have in my 8-year relationship. And with that as well, people get so confused. And I don't want to say anything bad about him, because we get along still. Like, it was comfortable. I was 26, and I was like, okay, Caroline. I sit myself down, and I was like, you never dated, you haven't been with anyone, you're 26. It's like, soon it's gonna be like 40, and you're the movie, the 40 years old version. I don't want to be that either. The person was just kind, comfortable, and let's say I never had any attraction, really. I never really loved, and I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I never loved. I never been in love, really. It was just convenient for both of us, and we lived like an old couple, roommates, whatever you want to call it. And just one point, I was like, there was no stimulation there. There was no magnetism there. In one point, there was nothing there, nothing to talk about, and it just became really dull. And I decided one day that that's it. I don't want anymore to sit around and do nothing and be really lonely. I felt really, really lonely in this all. Although I was with someone, but I felt really lonely because I was in it myself, and I didn't feel like I was understood. I didn't feel like I can talk about things the way that the person actually listens and will see me for me. He was in love with the version who died long time ago. He was stuck in that time when we first met and kind of was getting to know each other. But for me, I feel like I always involve. I'm growing as a person, and you need to fall in love with me many times over and over again because I'm changing. Like, I'm not even the person who I was yesterday, because today my mind is somewhere else. I feel different. I feel today. I'm already here today, and not from the past, from yesterday. You like me, you need to like all the sides of me and all the versions of me, not just staying in one place and pushing me to stay there because I move on. I'm curious, and I especially now, I'm so different from who I was like a year ago. I had a stiff chin. I've been teaching myself to be softer and to open up more, to grow as a person, to be a better person. And I don't want to be carrying around this angriness and this, the stripes on my back. And yesterday, yeah, so it was so funny. Like, and I can see the person don't really get it. It's just the old school mentality. It's like, oh, you don't want kids? Okay, why is that? Like, kids are amazing. And I'm like, no, I don't want kids. I don't want to be married. I don't want to have a one night stand. I don't want to hook up. And he was like so surprised that I'm sitting there, and he's asking me, but you get a lot of attention and stuff. I said, so, and so what? I get attention, but there's nothing more to it. I don't see myself, I think, how other people see. My girlfriend was saying, like, Caro, you are like a hot shot. Like, you are so hot, you're so like interesting and this and that. Like, how you don't see what I see? I look at myself in a mirror and I don't see that. I know I'm me. I am, and I'm not saying like I'm like insecure. I'm not insecure either. It's just like I don't see myself in a way that guys would like to take me, be with me and stuff like that. I just don't see it. And you have to be really like straightforward with me. For the guys, like, I don't know how to read the signs. So the person has to just tell me straight in my face. That's what I like about Russians. They're really straightforward. They sit me down like, look, I like you. I want to learn about you, and that's that. I take you out today. That's that. You have to be like lead. You have to like romantic, and but I want like really like deep connection with someone. Like, if I fall in love with your inner world, I'm hooked. It's so hard in nowadays to find the right person. If I find the right person, I get like so shy. Then I don't know what to say. I don't know how to act. You can tell if I like someone. My love language is really strange as well. I like to write handwritten notes or some cards, or I do these little silly things, like little these tiny acts. And this is like my favorite thing, to just to take care of you. And I'm kind of silly in a way, but that's like, like when I get really quiet around the guy I like, that's when like, because I'm really outgoing. I can talk with anyone. I'm an open book. Ask me anything. When I like someone, I get like so quiet. I pull in to myself, and I can just sit like this all the way through. But in my head, I'm like waiting. Make a move. Make a move. I have made the moves myself a few times, but I've been burned. I've been like stood up straight to my face, and I'm like, I don't know if my little sparrow heart can take it anymore. Like, I don't want to hear the no anymore. I'm just like, I don't know if I'm gonna be the one who makes the right move, but I want to find the right person. I do, because I've been healing myself so much, and I can feel my cup is full and overflowing, and I want to share it. I want to care of someone. I want somebody to cuddle me. I want someone to put their hands around me, and I feel like the calmest, safe. I want to lay in the bed and somebody is putting hand on my head, and I can just fall asleep because I feel in peace. That's what I want. Like, that's one of the guys, he said, you are so bourgeois. You're like in a dreamland. You're like dreaming about something which is so unrealistic, but it can be realistic. It can be realistic. So I want this like romantic closeness. That's what I'm seeking. I want to live my life like it's in a movie, like in a rom-com movie, like every single day. That's what I seek. I want to like fight, kiss, and make up. You know, like, and I want to once in my life I want to find a love that I will love so much that my heart is bleeding and I'm scared to die next day. I want to love like this once in my life. But in a way, I feel like I will, maybe I don't find it ever. And I have to also make peace with that. I have to have the option B that this is maybe just a fantasy and just like romantic brainwork of myself dreaming about something which is not happening with me ever. And then that was in a festival. The one guy I was talking with, he was really listening. So he was like, we were talking something and I said something and he's like, you know, Garo, you said something and it really like bothers me. And I'm like, oh my God, because sometimes, you know, I'm sarcastic as well. Like I do sarcastic jokes and I think I need to add like it's a joke. So I was thinking, oh my God, what did I say now? And he's like, you know, it makes me really sad that you think that you will never be loved and love someone. And it really sticks with me as well because I sometimes I say things and I feel things but I don't really analyze it. And now I've been trying to analyze like what I say and what I feel and what I think. But this makes me so confused. It makes me even more confused than before. So sometimes I think it's better not to think at all. Sometimes it's better be dumb than to be intelligent and use your brain too much because it makes things complicated. And then I get frustrated. And it's not helping either. So yeah, I really like feel sexual attraction, but it can happen with the right person and usually it's like the mental or like emotional connection, and then I fit underneath the asexual umbrella with my demisexuality or whatever it's called. When I like someone also, like I don't like it first when I first met them. It's like tiny little things I start to notice about person. Like every time I'm like looking at different angle and I like example the way you laugh. I like the way you smile. I like the way your hair moves. Like I don't know, it's just so strange. And also like it's more intimate for me to hold hands and to kiss someone than just to sleep with someone. And I don't really get like instant crushes as well. Like I just like beautiful people, and beautiful meaning beautiful inside, but more so beautiful inside. And that's where I connect with someone. And then I get my fingers burned because apparently the people I like, they don't like me back. Another thing, yesterday was a lot of things happening. There was this singer. Listened to his song when I was on holiday, and I was like, oh, that was a really good song. And he was stood up on the date. And I was thinking myself, like, this good-looking lad, my thought, he stood up on the date. What chance do I have? What chance do I have if even this guy is like stood up on a date? I don't even want to go on a date. I don't want even approach to go on a date because if these people getting stood up, what chance do I have? That's the thing I was thinking in my head. I was like, wow. I left yesterday feeling really confused. I just decided that's it. I'm not going for it because I just can't wait someone to make a move forever. And I feel like I need to be 100% in, and the person has to be 100% in. The person has to like me. Videos on TikTok as well, like if the guy don't like you, they don't like you. If they don't text you, they don't like it. If they don't reach out, they don't like you. And I have to just remember that because I just get in my fantasy, little dreamland, thinking something else, and I'm reading the signs wrong. And what chance do I have if beautiful people and like talented people and like really lovely people getting stood up? I don't want to even enter the dating scene. I do not want to do that. And then I wonder, And I wonder if I'm gonna be alone. I really do. And this all just chatting about it makes it more confusing, but in a way I just can analyze it and need I need to just make peace with it. And I really, really think today, I don't know, is it just a mood today or since last night, and I don't want to try anymore. I really feel like I don't want to try anymore because it just makes me sad. I think I'm just too hopeful, I'm too romantic. And the experience I have, it doesn't really define me, but it has definitely shaped me and the way I am. And I've been building these walls perfectly. I'm a perfect builder, building my castle walls. And I make a little window in there to see, like, hey, what's there? And I'm going to cement it up. I'm going to stay behind my walls, comfortable walls, until the right person comes and comes with bulldozer and taking it all down, demolish it. About my experience, only 2 people know in real life about it. No, 3, sorry, 3 people. And now apparently everybody will know about it, but it also helps you to understand my inner world, my experiences. My biggest pet peeve, as it's called, is vulgar men. Like, especially, like, I don't know what the universe is trying to tell me. It's been few instances like they are just, what comes out from the mouth is like so vulgar and so like ego and so like macho. Every time I'm like, ew. When I say ew, it's the biggest red flag for me. Like, ew is like you already crossed the line. Like, ew is like, you're out, man. You are out. How dare you talk this type of, like, I mean, like vulgar stuff, like really, really vulgar, in front of the woman, in front of me, and you think that this must turn me on? I don't want to even think about it, neither to say, like, what's the lines been, what they used. It just makes me laugh. Stuff be coming from the older guys, like who are like the next age bracket, because I'm in a bracket which is like 30 to 40 at the moment, or 45 plus. I don't know, that type of gap. Oh yeah, I was filling up some sort of form or something, and there was this age thing, and there was this like 25 to 30 or something, and then 32, 40 plus, and I just realized, oh my god, because I wonder why these older guys 40 plus are like hitting on me, like you know, they're trying. And then I realized, like, oh my days, I actually have entered the next age bracket in dating world where it is normal at 40 plus, because 40 plus is in my head is like, my parents are not the 40 plus, but once in a lifetime they've been. So for me, like 40 plus is like mom and dad type of age. And I'm like, why are these mummies and daddies, these daddies are trying to hit on me? Like, what is going on? Like, don't they just get it? Like, oh, I'm not even looking on that side. But then I realized I actually have entered that bracket. And it scares me because I just realized I'm getting old, and they're old. I don't know. And I'm really not like a sugar daddy type of. I'm not interested. Oh yeah. I actually been on a date with, like, I think that guy is like almost 60. When I tell you guys, I could never be like gold digger. I mean it. Like, I could never, because daddy this, daddy that. Like, oh my god, no. Like, I can provide myself. Like, I always used to say, the men, there's nothing they cannot give me that I cannot get myself. Is it monetary? Is it like this and that? If I do enter the next bracket in somehow, that person has to be like something else. It has to be like something really special about that person if I'm going to look that side. Maybe. And then I hated it, like my ex used to say, like, you are so bougie and your lifestyle and your needs are this, that you need the guy with the deep pockets, I mean with the thick pocketbook. And I don't agree with this, because either there is a connection, there is not the connection, and I don't really think that materialism is necessary. Yes, everybody wants to live in a good, like I want my beautiful house and everything. Is it my experiences are like not good, or is it that I'm the single lady? I don't know anymore.